Hi, I wanted to give you some feedback on the presentations that you did in the previous lesson. Overall, you did a pretty good job. Not everybody answered all of the questions that were asked. For example, what was the situation? What were you trying to solve? Some of you jumped right into a solution. And if you're doing a presentation, you want to make sure people understand why something is needed before you give the solution on how to solve that problem. Some of you dressed up for this, and that impressed me. You made it just like you were actually doing a presentation. Some of you used some props. One of the students discussed the use of laptops or tablets and how that would resolve the problem that students had with carrying a large book bag with all the books. And he had on a backpack and took that off. That was good. That really gets into the spirit of it. Some of you used Screencast-O-Matic and videotaped yourself while the slides were moving. That was really helpful too, because if you're doing a presentation, you want to be able to let people focus on what you're talking about. Now that presentation really does interface with the handout. Those two things really need to go hand in hand. The handouts that you used a lot of times didn't really parallel the presentation. I graded them separately. I didn't grade them as one unit. But when you're doing a handout, what you want is something that's going to capture the interest of the audience and help them see the problem visually while you're talking about the problem. So the things on the handouts that are important, one, it's not an outline. You don't want to just give them something that's kind of dull. Use some clip art or some images and make the handout interesting. Some of you made the handout kind of like a newsletter, and that was a great idea. And I really think that will draw the interest of the audience in. But overall, you did a good job. I know when you're taking a class like this, sometimes it's difficult to get into the spirit of it. When you're doing a presentation, I know one student seems to be doing the presentation from a kitchen table, which is fine. And when I first saw it, I thought, this is just going to be another presentation at the kitchen table. But the presentation itself was outstanding. So, you don't have to dress up. You don't have to use props. We're really looking at what you're saying. And most of you said it pretty well. Of course, there was one or two of you that did not link the URL correctly, and you didn't get graded on that. Please remember to link your reflections and these presentations so they can easily be accessed by the instructor. Moi. Thank you for listening, and until the next comments, I wish you a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.